Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching my videos. I'm here joined with Indy Campo.
Good morning, people. How are you?
And your camera's a little bit off, right? There we
There we
go.
go.
Much better. And today, oh my God, every day is an exciting day on crypto, man. It's just amazing stuff going on. And we're going to be talking about that crazy fractal that I showed you in the thumbnail, right? You're just like unbelievable, and we're gonna be talking about that. See if that's real. What does it all mean? Is it possible that Bitcoin could do the exact same thing that silver did? Maybe we'll talk about that, and then we're gonna also do the TA and of course your questions and answer. What I'm looking for today is some cryptocurrencies, both a mixture of some on Uniswap and some on regular exchanges, because oh man, that last tip yesterday was like so hot. I mean, I missed it because I kept trying to hit the buy button. It wasn't working. I don't know what happened. So anyways, maybe I'll find another hot tip from you guys that we can actually buy. But anyways, that was an excellent choice, and we'll talk about that as well. But before we get on to all that, Inti has a few words to say.
Yes, people. As always, it's worth to remind you that this video is for entertainment purposes only, and this is not financial advice. Please do your own research before putting any of your hard-earned money on the market.
Awesome. Radical, beautiful. All right, so today we've got let's take a look at Bitcoin on the weekly. Come on, Bitcoin, don't do this. Please go to the moon. You're not allowed to go down. You're only allowed to go up. Just kidding. Yeah, well, this is kind of expected, right? We're talking about that on last night on Crypto's show. That hey, you know what, we might need to do a little bit of rounding. Long as today we don't close below the 13 EMA, that will be a very positive sign. If we head over to the daily first before we go to the short term, you can see that the bands have closed in, and we are like deep into the below the 13 AMA. It's not the end of the world, but not a good sign. And remember, I said that it would be nice if we could just take out one of these lucid SARs before we actually go a lot higher. But yes, that's going to be a pretty scary ride here if we do that, and if we don't bounce really hard, things are going to start looking dark for Bitcoin. Looking at this trade here, now that we've gone negative on this trade now, and it looks like we might even break this $11,382 level. You could still hold this trade. I think if we bounce, get a lucky bounce off of the $11,250 level approximately. We get a little bit lower than this. This last wick lower here, but we don't break this wick down here at $11,120 approximately. That would be the best ideal situation. So we start to bounce from somewhere in this level here and then go higher. It's going to be a bumpy ride, no doubt about that. Unfortunately, I would have liked to see this thing not break this lower level here, but it looks like we're going to have to do that. And this lower level is, let's see here, what is that price here? The price target is $11,378. Oof. Well, let's take a look at the 5 minutes, see what's going on, see if we can see anything. Oh, we're on my 5 minute section here, so let's just see if we can see anything on a lower time frame. We're not even oversold on the 15 minute, not good. Again, on the 5 minute, we're just beginning to start selling the selling's pressure. So yeah, this thing's got legs to move down faster and further, unfortunately. Let me just zoom in a little bit, sorry. I can see, so you guys can see that. Yes, you can see we've already started the Three Musketeers. We have a little bit of volume coming in, and yeah, let's see here. Do we have like divergence on this thing? Oh, it's too early to tell. We have to see if this thing turns around before we can say there's divergence. It would be better if they closed a little bit lower than that on the 5 minute. All right. Still not looking good. Not looking good at all. Overall. Hopefully we'll see something in the next few hours that this thing turns around and just it says, no, I'm not going. You'll see that if we've tried to, we bounce from here, let's just say we bounce from here, and then we retry, does come to the 78.6 approximately around here, and then we take off. If you'll know that we've done it and we're moving higher. But if we don't, yeah, it's not a good sign, because we've got to build a whole set of market structure all over again, and we're starting off at a lower level, and so it's just, it makes it really heavy. This the movement higher makes it harder to move higher, and it makes it easier for us to move further down. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but that's what the market's saying right now. If we break this level here of or is it not that one? Is it here? Let's see here. Once again, let me switch to 4 hour again. If we break the yeah, that's it. $11,380 level. Hey boy, come on, Bitcoin, please go to moon. Alrighty. Let's go off to Ethereum. Ooh, wow. Oh, no. I don't even want to do TA on this. This nastiness. It's like I'm in shock. Like I just got slapped in the face, I feel. Right? Because it's like railroad tracks right back down. Oh my God. Not a good sign. Not a good sign at all. Because Ethereum is somewhat the leading indicator for Bitcoin. Having to do this railroad tracks is not good. I know we're still early. It's going to be a while before we close the day, so approximately another 12 hours. So yeah, it's not the end of the world just yet, but ouch. Looking at that, I'm not very optimistic. Going over to the hourly, seeing what we can see. We can see that Three Musketeers, they're saying, hey, we got some more down, but looks like it's going to run out of steam fairly soon. Thank goodness. Right? It's already proven that it's already proved the Three Musketeers have proven out. They usually don't, when they say, hey, there's more down, it's not a lot more down most of the times. And yeah, we are going to, we should be bouncing fairly soon in the next several hours. Yes, unfortunately, does this create any kind of divergence? No, it does not, right? Except for maybe a hidden divergence. Yeah, on the MACD, there's a hidden divergence there, but I don't take those things too seriously. Wow. Well, the least, you know what? If we do bounce here, if we do bounce before we get to this level, which is at $383 level, that would be a positive thing, at least, because as long as we don't create lower lows, and we just create higher lows, that's always a positive thing, and then we can see Ethereum take off and tell Bitcoin where it needs to go. And that is higher. All right, so let's just see what happens over the next few hours. If we can just start turning around here, even if we just wick past this level, that'd be okay on the hourly basis. But we just have to wait and see, and hopefully Ethereum it takes off. Should you buy some of this? Yeah, if you want to, you can. You can set some stop losses, of course. Just no guarantees, right? That this will happen. So you could, if you wanted to buy here, right? Try to trade this, right? If your stop loss is right here, and then you could just take a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio, which would take us up to the decent level, nice happy level, happy joy level of 400. Yeah, takes us to new highs, and yeah, you can set your stop. Once you get up here, you can set your stops to break even, or halfway. Take your stops at halfway or something like that, and then there you go. You can definitely make a little bit of dollars here with what is it, 3% risk. You're risking 3%. So to make sure that you don't use a lot of leverage on this. You don't use any leverage. Really, it should be just your actual initial capital, no more than your initial capital, because 3% is quite a bit of your initial capital you're going to be losing. So yeah, 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. You could win 6% on that. Not a bad deal. Alrighty, let's head over to the PS, the resistance. Oh man, I'm looking at Bitcoin, and she's falling out of bed, man. She's falling. Come on, girl, don't do this. All right, well, it's kind of like anticlimactic now. Now the Bitcoin's like heading in the opposite direction of this beautiful fractal chart here. Yeah, we see this chart, right, was featured on Crypto Zombie, and I'm going to be talking about it as well because, hey, I mentioned silver, right, and I'm a silver guy. And I was thinking about this, and I was like, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like, it's a stretch. Honestly, it's a stretch. Because, like, I decided, let me reproduce this chart here. And yeah, you could say it looks the same, right? You can see the same kind of deal happening, right? We then went sideways, right? We broke out. So can we say that we are here on Bitcoin? Possibly. And then if that's the case, right? You're talking. Let's just see here. In the percentage moves, right? Let's see what the percentage moves are. Oops, wrong thing. Right. So price. Did I get the right one here? So let's just say we're about here, and that's a like what was the percentage move on that? 50%, which is huge for silver. But it's like, yeah, another day, another dollar for Bitcoin. So if we say another 50% from here, right? Let's see what would that mean? What would that actually mean from here? Oops. Let me just bring that out a little bit, and see 51%. Oh no, that's still higher. Too high. That's still higher. That's 61, 50%, 51%. Yeah, 51%. So yeah, I mean, it's not quite 20,000, but hey, $17,000, not bad at all, right? If we get 50, but this is like, okay, I'm looking at this chart, I'm looking at the fractal, and I'm not seeing that this thing is that real. It's amazing. It should. I think we could do this, right? Because this is Bitcoin, right? I mean, come on, right? 50% in Bitcoin is like walk in a park, right? 50% move from here. But by September, we'd have to we'd have to wait and see, because I really think with the Buffett indicators flashing, hey, there could be a stock market dump coming in the what's it called, in September. I have to pause that belief. Any kind of dump might is not going to be that big. Probably about a 20%, 10 to 20% on Bitcoin. But I really think after that, Bitcoin is going to say, okay, forget this crap. It's going to forget the stock market. I'm not copying you, and move on and to bigger and better things. And so that's where I see price action going. I'm not too happy with this particular fractal, but hey, it's still possible, right? Still possible that it could play out. All right, guys, let's talk about, let's do some TA on some of your favorite coins. But before we do that, actually, NT, before you get some coins, shout out some coins, actually, I wanted to go over a few more things, right? One is the likes to viewer ratio. A little low, man, a little low. Look at that. We got 600 people watching and 113 likes. What's going on? Let's change. Let's move that higher if you want to hear your favorite altcoin. Also, remember, I'm having a contest, right? A giveaway, a massive giveaway, right? And all you have to do is subscribe. And there's not a lot of people subscribing, right? You subscribe, right? And you keep your subscription for over a year between now and my birthday. If you subscribe between now and my birthday, and you keep your subscription after that from my 49th birthday, there's going to be a huge surprise waiting for you. And I'm going to tell you what that surprise is on my birthday. So make sure you do hit subscribe button. All right. I noticed this one person mentioned something about the sound. And you know what? It is very annoying, right, that you guys are not getting the high quality production that you all deserve.
It hears good in my end.
And so I'm going to have that fixed. When we get, he's saying that the volume moves up and down sometimes.
Oh.
And so he's saying that there's an audio limiter compressor. I'm said, hey, you know what? I'm on it like white on rice. We're building a studio with all the money I have made from this token. I'm going to be using it to build the studio. Thank you for helping out here. If you guys want, just buy one token, not a whole lot, buy a couple tokens. But you know what? We're going to be giving the token holders a special treatment once the studio is fully built and we're all up and running. We're going to get all you guys that helped out something very for sure special, but only maybe some sort of like either a group, Telegram group or something like that, or special videos that we'll do for you guys and so forth. So yeah, looking forward to coming up with that, doing that, planning that. So it's going to be a great year when we see Bitcoin fly up to, I think, $1.2 million. All right, Inti, what do you got for me?
Yes. Do you agree if before the TA we go through some super chats that were left from yesterday?
No, I don't mind. Go right ahead.
Excellent. So, quick. This was from Wally. Thank you very much, sir, for your donation. He says, where can you buy DA15, the token, I suppose, and will it ever be registered in CoinMarketCap or blockfolio?
Yes, I will get it registered in all those different places eventually. Just, I just started this thing, right? So, and there you go. And I didn't expect anybody would actually buy the goddamn thing, but people started buying it up like crazy. So, hey, I'm going to start working on using it to improve things around here. And I can't say that I will do this for sure, because then the SEC will be all over me like white on rice. But because I'm Mr. Nice Guy, right? I'm thinking of, I might, not saying I will, pay a dividend for token holders and pay the dividend in Ethereum to every single token that a person who holds a token. Maybe. Right? So I can't promise it because, you know how the SEC, you know how they play. Right. I would like to, like, if I could cut off all Americans, I would, because then I could just promise, and then I can, because then I'm subjected to the law right here. And the law is more fair outside the United States because the SEC is just a means to ensure the incumbents, such as Goldman Sachs, the New York Stock Exchange. You can't list in a security. You can't provide a security without them getting a cut, right? That's all it is, right? And so, whilst everywhere in the rest of the world, they don't care, right? But the SEC, they'll come and get you no matter where you are on the planet. So, if you sell to an American. So, this is not a security, just so you know, right? This is just a token for people who want to support Davinci J15. And you know what? If I decide to give money out, that's just what I do out of my goodness of my heart. It's not a promise of anything. All right. Next question.
Next question. This is from CryptoPinky from yesterday. CryptoPinky says, how many times should we sell half on a double? Yours first double or 2 more times? If it retraces to 61.8, should we rebuy for a new double?
Yes, you're supposed to sell half on a double forever. So if it just say for one time in your lifetime, you purchase a particular asset and it keeps going up and keeps going up and it doesn't come back down, never comes back and retraces and keeps going up and keeps going up and keeps going up, you're going to keep selling half, you're going to keep selling half, you're going to keep selling half, and you're going to keep selling half.
Actually, a cool anecdote from Russian investor is that Brian did little lady on Bitcoin when it was really cheap and managed to sell 6 doubles with Bitcoin and made a lot of money. So yeah, you can do it forever, basically.
Exactly. It's so true. You could do it with forever, but it's never that case. It's never the case where a market continues to go higher and never stops. It always retraces, and that's where you come back and reload. It's called the reload zone, right? So that you can reload, so that you can load up and then start selling half on a double once again. And that's below the 61.8 and between the 78.6. The 78.6 is called the line in the sand, meaning that, hey, traders like to hold that line, right? And you can see that, actually. You can see that happening here.
Fighting in the chart. It's awesome.
You can see the fight in the chart right now, right? This is this top line right here in this box is the 78.6, and that is the line in the sand for shorts, and they are pounding Bitcoin nonstop to keep it down, keep hammering it, and so that's a very strong point of resistance, the 78.6. So keep that in mind. All right, next question.
Okay, now we have TA. So this one is a super chat from yesterday from Mr. Diego Arce. And Diego Arce asks, good morning, Davinci. Any thoughts on Polkadot?
Polkadot. You know what? I haven't done any investigation other than watching people talk about it, and it looks interesting. It looks overly complicated, but interesting idea. And I wish I'd seen it before because it looks like it's going to be something very big. When you interconnect all the different cryptocurrencies and you come up with a protocol that allows cryptocurrencies to automatically interconnect to each other so that they can transfer their tokens between one another. That's huge. That's big. That's what I'm getting from what Polkadot is providing. Let's just see if they can actually pull this off, and not only pull it off, but also get the developers to actually build on this technology. That's a key thing, right? Will the developers decide, hey, you know what, it is to my advantage to use their framework, their Polkadot framework for my cryptocurrency? And yeah, I think it might be. I don't think governments will do it, of course, because that just makes it easier for people to get out. All right, next question.
Next question. This is a super chat also from yesterday. Oh man, there was a lot left. From Felipe Valentin. Felipe asks, good morning, Davinci. Can you have a look on XLM?
XLM. And that is, what coin is that? Let me just switch over to my screen here before we do that. We're going to take a look at it on Bitcoin. Yeah, well, good news. You could tell that this is in the 61.8 with just by looking at it, right? And you're not late to the party here, but it is ready to fly, right? You can see this was I don't know if this was a W right here, and I want to count that, but let's just do it from that level. And you can see we're near the 61.8. You see the 78.6 was like, they held that line like crazy, the bulls. Don't know if I want to count this as a W. This was a beautiful W right here, down here. Sweet, just absolutely beautiful. And you can see, even if after seeing that W, you could have said, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna wait for the 61.8, and look how beautiful. Look, I without just by looking at it, eyeballing it, you can see, oh yeah, just sweet. You bought the 61.8, right? You only sweated for a few days, and that's it. I mean, come on, you can't beat that with a bat, man. That's just beautiful, right? You gotta love the Fibonacci levels, don't you? You gotta love it. Yeah, sure. You probably are sweating a little bit here as it came down even to the close to the 78.6, but it was wicking down, and then off we went again. So again, here we are. If you were to buy this here, you're not late. You're not late to the party, right? You're still, the party is just, people are just coming in. They're just getting settled. They're getting ready for the big one. So yeah, that's where we're at. You can buy the 61.8, which is just a couple sats lower, which is at what's that at 859 sats, 60 sats, right? But again, what's a couple sats? What's about 12 sats between friends? Because we're at 872 sats. So yeah, it's up to you. But this is not the worst place to be buying, because you're not buying the highs. You're still buying the relative lows of this particular asset, and you can see a definite, clear trend, right? An obvious trend, right? Here, so can't really knock it. Yeah, let me just put that right there. There you go. You can't say that there's lots of there's a clear trend line here, upward trend line, upward sloping trend line. Don't expect it to come back down here anytime soon. If it does, that's a buying opportunity of a lifetime. And yeah, so look for so if that happens, make sure. That's why you should always okay, you know what, I'm gonna nibble here, and it should it come back to the 78.6, that's when I'll start to load up. And then maybe, let's just say I wanted 5% of this, I would say you should only go less than 1% up here, add up to like 0.5%, maybe 2% up here, and then load the boat a whole 5% on this bottom trend line. Even if, so let's just say it takes off on you, who cares? You know what, you still have dry powder to find another asset to that's going to take off. All right, this is a pretty strong asset. I don't think it's going to go to zero. So you can say, yeah, you could take a little bit bigger risks on this, up to the 5% risk on this particular asset. Where it might go, you can see let's just move it to the Bittrex chart actually, because I think they have more data on this. Right? Yeah, okay, yeah, look at that. I like that. It's pretty much the same, because we're going to deal with this height up here. So assuming that we take off, right, and the 38.2 is the first level that we're going to see any kind of resistance. So at buying it at 870 sats, you'll still be able to see at least one double if we get up to the 38.2. Most likely target, because this is a very strong product, is the 61.8, which is at 4,100 sats, which would give you two doubles on this particular asset priced in Bitcoin. That is the key thing here, right? It's priced in Bitcoin. And so that makes it a lot more money. So for example, you can put a heavy amount in this and say, okay, well, even though I'm putting a heavy amount and I'm only going to maybe I can really count on for sure two doubles on this. That is a decent kind of set of profit, right? So let's just say you put in 5 Bitcoins and you get 10 out, right? That's decent profit, man. Can't knock that. Can't knock that at all. All right. Especially when your risk on this asset is pretty low. Alrighty. So next question. Next
question. So let's give some love to our Twitch subscribers.
Yes.
So JRM O'Brien asked, I would like TA on ORN on Uniswap.
Uniswap. ORN. Alrighty. Let's see here. Oh, this is a good video. If you guys if the rules for rulers, if you ever want to know why, everybody, you've all heard, right? They're appealing to their base, right? Well, I mean, this explains everything you need to know about how governments work, and why governments never work towards your personal benefit, right? It explains it all, right? Because they can't. All right. So on to what chart this. What was the chart again? Sorry.
ORN on Uniswap.
Alrighty. Let's take a look at this. Please tell me we got a nice juicy one. Not bad. Not bad at all. Let's take a look at this on first on CoinMarketCap. ORN. So yeah, it's the chart. Yeah, okay, fine. The chart starts at the same amount of time, approximately. So it's not bad. So we are getting some decent data. That's good. This is overall. I can't complain about that. Let's just see. I wonder if I can add some indicators.
I don't see the chart.
Oh, you can't see the. Oh shoot. There we go. Sorry about that. ORN. So what has happened here, right? We've you can see a little bit of a cheeky W on the 4-hour here, and then we did another one. We broke up. We did another one, and off we went, right? Then now we're coming back down to retest this last W. So you can see, guess where? You can see from here, from this level, that we're in the reload zone. Excuse me, sorry. So yeah, this is a good location to be buying this asset. You're not buying the highs. which is way up here in the nosebleed section. You're definitely buying the midterm lows, right? Not the absolute lows, which is down here at, what was it? Well, I guess this is not priced in, this is Bitcoin. Yes, it's priced in Bitcoin. Is at, what, 10,000 sats? Yeah, 10,000 sats, 10,500 sats. So you're right now at 28,000 sats. Is there room for this thing to fall? Yes, this thing could fall because we don't know what it is. We don't know what the overall fundamental value of it. So if you were to really see if this, you could see that they're holding the line down here. So if you wanted to buy this at the 28,500 sats, it's fine. You would have to walk away at 25,000 sats, basically. Because that's where it might fall even further. If you want to keep holding it, you want to, or keep buying it and saying, hey, you know what, I'm going to little old lady this thing, that's fine. You can always purchase here and then, wait for this 88.6, right, to buy another, to put in another buy order. But make sure that this, you only stay like 1%, under 1% on this whole thing as a total ownership of this particular asset, so that you don't get wrecked, just in case this thing goes to zero, because this is a new coin. You don't know what's going to happen. But yeah, it's not bad at all. Not a bad location. I wouldn't mind giving my hand a shot, my little old lady a shot at this and seeing what she says. On balance volume, well, the volume, right? People are not leaving, even though the price has dropped. People are not leaving this product, so that's always a good thing. All right.
All right. So we have another question from Twitch, and this one is from Funky Fantasy. So Funky Fantasy yesterday made a really good call with STA. So let's see what he got for us today.
Yeah, and I missed that, man. I wanted to get some of that, but I kept trying to hit the buy order and it wouldn't work.
Okay. He says, can you check CRPT on Kucoin, please?
CRPT. Okay, let's see. Let's bring up the presentation window first, and then CRPT. Okay, so 2 more questions and then we're out.
Oh man.
I don't know what the heck this is, but looks like pure manipulation based on a weekly chart. There is no, it's just like somebody's pushing this up and then selling these at the top here. So I would be careful of this coin. This is very managed, you can tell. If you really want to see if you can ride this management, because I mean, it's just somebody managing the coin, and that doesn't look like anything real. So can you get a double off of here if it does the same thing? Maybe. Let's see here. If it gets up to 26, 20, yeah, you guess you could. But I mean, this is a high risk asset because of you can tell that this is completely managed, all the movements. So I would suggest you keep the amount of money that you put in this thing very low. If you're buying this, you are buying the lows, you are buying the proper area. Just keep your risk, the amount that you want to risk on this asset, very, very low. All right. I would nibble a little bit here because this thing could break a little bit lower. But with the management team behind this, I think they probably are going to hold the line and pump this thing one more time. All right. Next question.
Next question. This one's hilarious. This one is from our friend Super Google Lee, and he asks, please do technical analysis on DJ15.
Okay. Oh well, here's the thing, right? I'm managing the coin. I'll be honest here. I am managing the coin because I don't want because I'm selling the coin not effectively. So I can tell you what's happened here. Why? when I listed it, somebody decided to buy this thing like crazy, and I'm like, no, what the hell? I was just testing it. So I sold it back down, right? And all these sell candles, right, are all virtually me selling the actual tokens into anyone that buys, right? Because I want to keep it at 0.02 to 0.025 at the most, right? So that people have a chance to buy the token and it doesn't take off to some crazy amounts. Then what I'm going to do is, as at the end of September, is I'm going to stop doing that and then burn the rest of the coins that I have, and and that's it. And then we'll just whoever's got it's got it, and they'll have access to cool things and cool features of the coin that we're going to be we're coming up with in the months ahead. So after September, you won't be able to buy it at cheap prices. So make sure you do so between now and the end of September if you're interested in getting 1 or 2 coins. Don't go crazy on this thing. No, right? I mean, I will maintain the liquidity. So, for example, if you do buy the coin, right, I'm going to put it back into the liquidity pool so that if you want to, you can sell it back to get your cash back. It's not something that you I want people to lose money on when we're doing this. And if they need to sell it for whatever reason, hopefully you won't need to sell. You only bought one and you need to sell it. You don't want to sell this thing back for $8, right? Because I'm sure the transaction fees will be a lot more. But you might want to pick. And if you can't afford a whole $8 worth, right? That's fine. You can buy partial. There will be benefits for people who are partial owners and not full coin owners. So that's okay. But the full coin owners will get the most benefits. Just so you know, going forward, that's the plan. Well, at least that's the plan. All right, so that's my TA on my coin.
Okay, so before the last question, we have a lot of super chats. So I'm going to, as always, I never delete super chats. I'm going to save them for the next stream, and they're going to be performed first, of course. And also, we have 760 people watching the stream right now. Thank you very much.
Thank
people.
you. Thank you.
And thank you very much to the 20 viewers on Twitch. They have a very special place in our hearts.
Exactly. Thank you.
I appreciate it.
We will be rewarding your your followers on Twitch majorly.
Yeah, we have to administrate that.
Exactly. We have to do something, especially for those guys.
Yeah.
Man.
Okay, so going on to the last question from today, unless you want a couple more. This is from Cryptomorpheus, and he asks, this is a super chat, by the way, thank you very much, sir. Is wax.io a sleeping giant? Check out the pinned tweet on their Twitter page. Those are very big names they list.
What was that again? That was
wax.io.
Wax.io. I've never heard of that. Never heard of what they do or anything. So this is the first time I've ever heard of wax.io. Just bring up their web page here. See what they say. Worldwide Asset Exchange. Simple, instant, secure, global. So it's another exchange. Sold out blockchain heroes launch on Wax. Okay. And I guess this is a place where you could launch your coins. Safest, most convenient way to create, buy, sell, and trade virtual items. Oh, okay. To anyone, anywhere in the world. Okay, that's cool. It's cool. Another place to list assets and produce. And yeah, I guess. What, they have William Shatner on this thing? I don't know about that. And then he's got non-fungible token. Okay. Alrighty. When GPK goes exotic, what? Well, okay. Alrighty. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the heck this is beyond just another platform to create digital assets and basically sell them as well. That's cool. Probably a centralized system, and I don't know. Do they have a token? I don't know. I'm gonna have to look further into that. All right. Well, thank you for showing that and letting us all be aware of Wax.io. Not 100% sure if it's something that's going to be usable, but hey, that's generally how it is on new products. Their website's not quite clear on what they do. All right. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for joining in and giving us excellent questions. Thank you very much for my Twitch followers. I really appreciate you guys, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Cheers.
Cheers, people. Have a good one.